Welcome to ACT Fitness Radio, the podcast teaching you to aspire, conquer, and transform your body and mind. Here's your host, Adam Castro.
All right, what's up, everybody? My name is Adam. I'm here with Jaylene.
Hey.
And you are listening to ACT Fitness Radio. Coming to you from Whittier, California.
Hey.
And you thought that you could get rid of us, didn't you? Just because we didn't put out our episode this Wednesday, you thought you were rid of us. But no!
You're wrong.
You're wrong. We're back. You can't get rid of us that easy.
That's right.
And we do apologize for our episode not being out on Wednesday, but life happened.
Sorry, guys.
Life happened. We got a little busy. And I wanted to make sure that Jaylene was actually on this episode. Because I promised. So she is back.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
In all her beauty.
I'm happy to be back. Oh, so cute.
So, yeah, it was a busy week. I actually got sick. Or a little sick. Not full blown out sick. I got a little bit of a sore throat with the change of the weather. Putting in some unfortunately long hours.
I don't even know what full blown out sick means, because I feel like every single time I'm sick, it's always full blown out. Full
blown out as in like blowing your nose every single minute. Like blown out.
Full blown out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. I got it.
No. I ended up with a sore throat. And that morning I was like, no. This is not going to happen. So I attacked my throat with chicken broth and turmeric and ginger and all this stuff. And I feel pretty good. So I'm excited that I didn't end up getting full-blown sick, because it would be just like me to be super sick right before the next Spartan race I wanted to do.
Yeah. It totally sucks, because, I mean, I know we really should be doing these things on the daily, daily having broth.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's something that I've come to realize more so in this week, as I've been having chicken broth, a little bit of bone broth, that these are actually things that I can be utilizing every single day.
Yeah.
One thing that I was even playing with, I've mentioned this to a few of my clients, so I'm sorry if you've heard this story already. But one of my old friends, he actually had the idea to put sea salt in these little capsules, the little pill capsules that we end up getting the capsules when we get supplements. But they do sell capsules that you can put stuff in. So he had put sea salt in these capsules, and every time before a workout, he would take 2 capsules of sea salt with water, and because the salt would help him to retain more water, he'd end up getting this crazy muscle pump before or during his workouts, and he wouldn't need any citrulline or arginine or anything like that to get muscle pumps, because he had just sea salt and water.
I heard this for the first time today while you were telling one of your clients, and I was like, mind blown.
Yeah, so especially with me being having this sore throat and just wanting to make sure that inflammation is low, I still felt 90% ready to be able to work out, so I didn't want to keep myself from doing that. Central nervous system felt fine, didn't feel out of breath, didn't feel like I was being weakened at all, so I decided to go ahead and work out. One of the things that I decided to do and to try out these last 3 days was to have a little bit of chicken broth before my workout, because chicken broth is all of 20 calories per serving.
Like that,
it's nothing crazy. It's not going to be heavy on the stomach. There is a good amount
liquid.
of it's liquid. It's higher sodium, so all of that is going to help me to retain water. And if my focus is on a bodybuilding style workout, that retaining water actually does me a little bit of good, because I can really feel the pump in my muscles and not need to rely on any other supplement.
Right.
And I get the benefit of what bone broth or chicken broth actually has, which isn't as much as bone broth. Definitely isn't as much as bone broth. We're actually learning a lot of new things about broth and bone broth and collagen.
Yeah, definitely,
Well, we're definitely going to go into that. We are definitely going to go into that. But one thing I wanted to mention first. Oh my gosh. I am getting real sick and tired of seeing different products being blended with probiotics.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It is.
Just about a few years ago, we saw this with protein, or for the last couple of years, I guess. Everything has been added with protein. You go to Jamba Juice, you get the protein boost. You know, you get the double protein at El Pollo Loco, and I know I just went to I don't even think I've said it. Mm-mm. Oh no, I haven't said it yet.
Tread lightly, mister.
I just had El Pollo Loco for the first time this last 2 weeks ago.
That's it. We lost all of our followers. Gone.
I just had El Pollo Loco for the first time last 2 weeks ago.
Let me just say, when Adam tries something, he doesn't just try something. He gets obsessed, and then he has to have it consistently.
Don't throw me under the bus here.
I meant Jaylene was that way.
No, I do. I do get obsessive over stuff, and
so it's not like I discovered El Pollo Loco and it was nice. It was like I discovered El Pollo Loco and we had it for days, y'all, for days.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal, because I grew up. I don't know why my family never went to El Pollo Loco, but I grew up watching the commercials, so I heard the guy who's like, "We have our flame broiled, a flame made chicken, that we put on the grill, flame grilled, grilled chicken, and you can come and get your chicken balls, and with our healthy chicken pollo bowls or whatever, whatever.
Chicken
I didn't know.
Pollo?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. That's the best I can do.
No,
okay.
Sorry. Yes, that was funny. That's cute.
But I'd never actually tried it, and because my family always went to like KFC or.
I am fully convinced it's because I think on the scale of like more expensive fast food, El Pollo Loco is totally on the higher end of that scale as far as expensive. Yeah, being expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is understandable for sure.
If you have a big family, especially,
Yeah. So we needed something quick. And I decided, well, we've never gone to a Pollo Loco before. I've never gone to a Pollo Loco before, let's go walk in there, check it out, see what kind of food they have there, and see if we can get something healthy real quick. So I go in there and I find out they have a really good amount of healthy options. Healthy in quotations, of course.
What healthy can be at a fast food place?
Exactly. So it's obviously not the best, but we just needed something real quick. So I ended up getting a under 500 calorie double chicken bowl or something like that, double chicken salad, and but I saw they had crunchy tacos on there, and any Mexican or Hispanic style kind of food place needs to be judged by its crunchy taco. It needs to be judged by its crunchy taco.
Quality of crunch is everything.
Absolutely. It has to have
everything.
A good crunch.
Not even just the quality of the crunch, but the grease to crunch ratio.
Oh, yeah.
Is super important.
Absolutely.
Super important.
So, of course, we ordered some crunchy tacos.
That's how I feel about Italian food. Like, the oil to noodle ratio or cheese ratio has to be spot on.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So we tried these crunchy tacos, and let me tell you, someone who is so used to, like, growing up on Taco Bell tacos and Del Taco tacos and my own tacos that I made.
Tacos?
Just take yourself outside of yourself for a second and just put yourself in my world. If you've only had Del Taco tacos, if you've only had Del Taco and Taco Bell tacos, and then you take a bite out of an El Pollo Loco crunchy taco, it's like heaven. Oh, it was so good, and it was so satisfying too. I was really impressed with the way that tastes. So I know I'm no taco connoisseur or anything, and people are probably laughing at me, thinking like, "Adam, you've never been to this place, obviously, or you've never been to this place.
You've never tried my mama's tacos.
You've never tried my mama? No, I have not. I have not tried your mama's tacos. I don't make it a habit of getting crunchy tacos over at the taco truck or whatever.
Yeah, or ever.
I literally keep it very simple. It's just my mama's tacos, my tacos, and then Taco Bell Del Taco.
Yeah.
And so El Pollo Loco's crunchy tacos, quite the treat. I am very impressed. And how they just overload the taco with
meat.
Chicken. Really good amount of chicken.
Yeah.
But then also a really good amount of vegetable. A lot of their
Lettuce, yeah.
It's not just lettuce. What else was in there? It was
it's cabbage.
Cabbage, yeah,
It's
cabbage and
also.
lettuce and stuff. So I was really impressed. I'm not going to be ordering it all the time. I went through that phase. That was last week.
On to the next.
On to the next, which is just meal prep. Right now, actually, Jaylene and I are hardcore meal prepping right now.
I'm really trying to. Yeah, I cannot say that. I mean, okay, so I'm not a mom. I know we've talked about this a little bit, but if there are any moms listening, there should be mamas listening. So hopefully there are. I totally feel for you. I know I've mentioned it on previous podcasts that I'm babysitting this little boy in the mornings, and it is just such a battle to meal prep. I am only with this little boy for 2 hours out of my whole day, but nonetheless, I still feel like it's still really hard for me to meal prep when I'm, meal prepping for this little boy. I make his lunches for school. I make him breakfast. By the time I'm done with those 2 hours, I want to go home and take a nap, and then I still have to work out myself, and then I have clients to worry about, and yeah.
Yeah,
it's a battle,
difficult.
it's a struggle,
yeah.
But yeah, we're really trying to.
Now you're talking about meal prepping for yourself?
Yeah.
And doing that, or meal prepping for the kid?
No, meal prepping for myself and doing all of that. Like, by the time, so I go to see this little kid, and I'm prepping his lunch and everything for the day, and I'm making him breakfast, and by the time I get home after doing all that, I just want to take a nap, and then if I do take a nap, I have to get up and immediately either come work out or come be with my clients.
Yeah.
And then my day is pretty much.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I don't exist before 9 a.m.
Not at all.
I don't exist at all before 9 a.m. It's my clients know this. I know this. Jaylene knows this, and so she's watching the kid earlier than that. So,
yeah.
So I don't always know what's going on in the morning, and then not until I
have a whole day before he wakes up.
Yeah, and that's just because even now we're recording this late at night. Our day runs very, very late. At least my day runs very, very late. And then after we record this episode, I'll be editing the episode, and I'll be listening to the whole thing all over again. I probably won't go to bed till 1 a.m. or something like that. So,
yeah.
So we live in different worlds sometimes.
Yeah, we do. It's true.
So that's why I may be asking some questions here too. But yeah, it would be very difficult if you have to go to bed late and then have to wake up really early. A lot of people are experiencing the same thing, to find some time to actually meal prep.
I just feel for moms who are like, you don't understand how hard it is for me to do that. Your whole life, your whole world is your kids, and I'm complaining about 2 hours, right? I cannot imagine how much more difficult it would be if you were a stay-at-home mom.
Well, 2 hours, you're not just 2 hours too, because you do your 2 hours over there, 2 or 3 hours, and then you're training clients after that, and then you deal with me after that. We're either running errands or we're working out, and then I've got my set of clients, and then you sometimes will have clients after that as well, and so your day just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, it doesn't stop. Yeah,
so it can be very difficult for people who are in that exact same situation to be able to find time to meal prep. And we talked about this with Brian from $5 meals. When you have a family, or you have a baby, or you have a business, which kind of is your baby.
Yeah, definitely.
It does become really difficult to find time to actually meal prep and plan things out. And one of the things that has really helped for me is just learning little hacks.
For sure.
I know we've known this for a long time, but I keep going away from it. I don't know why. But microwaving eggs,
totally.
easy to do when you mix it with whatever meat that you've already prepared, and
I mean, it's really not, in the grand scheme of things. I'm making it a bigger deal than it is. It's really not that difficult to set aside the time to at least meal prep for that day or whatever. If you know this too, if I have a 2 hour window or even an hour window, I'm fortunate enough to live relatively close to where we work, to the gym we work out of, so I will race home and cook as fast as I can, and then that's my food for that day.
Yeah.
So,
and it's you could do it that way where you make the food for the day. That's how I am too. I try to just make whatever I need for the day, especially because I can eat a pound of meat in a day.
Yeah.
And so cooking more than a pound of meat a day is kind of a hassle.
Right.
That's something that I only get to do every once in a while when I have some free time at night.
Yeah.
And I'm just like watching TV shows while the meat's cooking or something, and if I get the time to be able to do that, which isn't always something I get to do. Like if I have to edit a podcast, I have to stay with the computer and do that. I can't get up and go, cook the meat and watch over the meat because I'm having to be engaged with that.
Right.
So yeah, it's really, really hard to do that. But if you can create that time and actually do it, you are far better off than guesstimating whatever someone else is making.
Yeah.
And we've found that the best kind of results that we see with our own body is when we are meal prepping, we're in control of what we're putting into our bodies. Even if we're intuitive eating, like the conversation we've had in the past about intuitive eating versus completely tracking.
Yeah.
You're always going to end up in a better place if you have prepared the food rather than someone else.
Yeah, it just gets really complicated, right? Like you so often don't know what things are cooked with, how many different things they're cooked with, and it just it's just a lot easier.
And we do advocate meal prep companies, especially if you have absolutely no time. But even then, the simpler the better. The simpler way that these companies make the food, the simpler way that you make your own food, the better, because then you just eliminate the complications and you can just have clean, simple food and use it as fuel.
Yeah.
All of that to justify that we had El Pollo Loco last week, and and now we are hardcore meal prepping and being great examples for our clients. I ran into one of our clients' parents and in a Target. And I was very happy to reveal what was in my bag. So here we've got some spinach here, we've got some ground turkey, trying to be a good example. Got some chicken broth in here, and
that's cute.
It feels good to be a good example, honestly.
Oh yeah, totally. And I hope some people. I mean, I feel a little bad in saying this, but I hope that some people feel convicted sometimes.
And let's be real, mamas, you should be a good example to your kids.
Yeah.
That's a great opportunity for you to be able to show your children how to shop for food based off of what's going to make you healthier and not less healthy, and just buying food based off of craving,
On that note, something that was so cool. So someone from a couple from our church, we hang out with them. We see them pretty much every Sunday. Said that their son went on a field trip to Trader Joe's. So cute. And they were like taking them around the store and telling them kind of how to shop and where these fruits come from and where the vegetables come from and things like that. So cute.
So good.
Super educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And
need more of that.
like, what? How old is he? He's like 5? 4?
I think like... Yeah,
He's
4 or
like
5.
4 or 5. So cute, right? Old enough to have like a longer attention span. Obviously, it's not too long, just a little bit longer. He can retain stuff. He can remember some things. It's just really good.
Yeah, but even if they don't retain it, like let's be real. As kids watching like Lion King, did you really know that Mufasa died? Did you really get that? Right. Did you really get that Simba and Nala were a thing? And things go over your head all the time as a kid. But a lot of that still does get retained, and so these positive examples that we're setting for the children and how to shop, what to look at, all of those things, even if they go over their head a little bit, it's still going into one ear. Even if it's coming out the other, it's still going into that ear.
We need home economics again.
Home economics. That we need a better mind for what we should be thinking when we go into the grocery store, when we plan what we get for our families, what we get as food, what we get as fuel for our body. Definitely need to have more education for that in the next generations to come.
Very long tangent.
I know. But all that to
good
say,
stuff. Good stuff.
All that to say, when you when you go too far off the deep end with fast food and go to a Pollo Loco, and you need to just go the complete other direction.
We
and
don't
just
do
be
that.
On track.
We never do that.
Yeah, sorry, we're both fiddling with our drinks here. I've got chicken broth that I have right now, and Jaylene's got her Zevia.
Shout out to Zevia.
That's right. We're still drinking those. Yep.
Yeah, that hasn't stopped. Huh?
Okay, so speaking of the sodas, though, back on track. Probiotics.
Probiotics.
Walking through Sprouts, I am so surprised and so disappointed in the fact that everything now it seems like it has probiotics added to it. We saw probiotic sodas, so Coca-Cola with monk fruit and probiotics. And
was that actually Coca-Cola brand?
No. It was
okay.
It was
like Live Cola.
Yeah, Live Cola.
Okay.
And it had like a live
it has
sign on it.
It's the Coca-Cola colors.
Yes.
Like
Diet Coca-Cola.
It's like red and gray.
Yeah, like something. A Diet Coke.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It did look more like a Coca-Cola brand kind of soda can as opposed to the Zevias that look more like a Pepsi kind of feel to it.
Right.
But yeah, they have probiotic sodas now. Oh, it was so hilarious. So hilarious. I had to take a picture and show Jaylene, but it was a gainer protein powder.
Oh, yeah.
A gainer protein powder with probiotics.
Right.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I didn't look at the nutritional facts, but most if you don't know what a gainer is in the supplement world, a gainer is if you feel like you aren't building enough muscle and you struggle to get a lot of food in your diet, you're someone who just doesn't like to eat that much, you know that you have to take in more calories. There are these protein powders or mass gainer powders that basically just have a bunch of calories to it. It's a lot of carbohydrates. Sometimes it's a lot of sugar and definitely a lot of calories. Not even necessarily a lot of protein, but it's just usually a lot of carbohydrates and sugar and some fat, some protein, but mostly carbohydrates. And I just think it's hilarious that they're adding probiotics to this. That doesn't even make sense.
Anything and everything. I mean, but that's the supplement world for you. That's totally the supplement world for you. Whether that's a natural supplement, quote, natural supplement, or not, it's just
unfortunate that people are really trying to market themselves based off of them adding that probiotics.
I feel like we're to blame for that, right? Because we can't just have something that's healthy in moderation. We're like, oh, it's healthy for you. Let me have so much of it. Like, load it in everything and anything.
And
we're the reason for that.
Yeah, let's take a step back. What were the things that led to this? Like, first it was multivitamins. You have to have your multivitamins.
Right.
So we didn't just sell multivitamin pills. No, you have to have multivitamin drinks and multivitamin gummies and your multivitamin cereal and your protein powder that has multivitamins in it and your multivitamin Lunchables, like whatever. They added everything to it, and then there's protein, right?
Right.
Protein. Now your Nature Valley bars are jam packed with 10 grams of protein.
6.
This crazy amount of protein, 10 grams, which is not crazy at all. I'm being sarcastic, by the way.
Yeah, it's
not. I would say like 100 grams is good for your average woman, and 150 is good for your average man.
Yeah.
It's just 10 grams is barely going to make a dent. So, but it's just funny the way that those are marketed. Your protein drinks and your protein powders and the cereal that's now jam packed with protein.
They actually started changing the Ensure drinks also. So those have live probiotics in it. The boys that I watch
like Ensure
drink
Plus
them.
now too.
That's exactly what it is. Ensure Plus.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So the Ensure drinks that are also loaded with carbs and loaded with calories and sugar and really don't have much nutrient to them at all. It's already loaded with a multivitamin suitable to, whether it's an elderly person or a child. And then they have the probiotics now, and then they added more protein. It's insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And we're on a little bit of like a collagen kick right now.
Yeah, we are.
We're just kind of diving into the world of collagen, and Sprouts has these collagen powdered packets.
Yeah.
that are vanilla bean flavored. So we've actually been adding that to our coffees, and it's been tasting pretty darn good.
It's really good.
And
wow.
we're educating ourselves about the different types of collagen, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 10.
Yeah, I noticed a difference and I will make sure that I ask myself a bunch of times, are you really noticing a difference, or are you just telling yourself that you're noticing a difference because you took a supplement or because you took this or because you ate that? Like, let's take a day or two to really think about this. But I did notice a difference in the enamel of my teeth after taking the collagen powder, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, and her skin looks a little more glowy. I was telling her
and cute.
You know, even though we're trying these supplements out, and there's another one that's collagen peptides from bovine, dissolves, has some protein actually to it.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. It's not just the amino acids; it actually has some protein value to it. Mm-hmm. Even though there's these supplements there, we're going to tell you right now, what's the thing that has, the amino acids in there, the collagen, the glutamine, the benefits of having different sources of vegetables in there. It's bone broth.
Yeah.
It's bone broth. And that's been used for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Mm-hmm. I actually want to start making my own. Like nothing is better than just doing it yourself.
Yeah, nothing is better than doing it yourself. Just having bone broth.
Yeah.
Bone broth. Put some chicken in there, put some vegetables in there. You got yourself an excellent soup.
Yeah.
And it's got all of the things that we've already said are greatly beneficial for your body in that bone broth.
Right,
Boom. Done.
Right.
You don't need the supplements if you're on track with that.
Whether you're buying it at the store or making the broth yourself, because it can be extremely time consuming, but also a really good experience just to kind of see how the bone sits and how it becomes a broth.
Oh yeah, and let me go ahead and read this out too, because we're going to be posting after this episode is released some of the benefits of collagen and collagen found in bone broth, and that's healthy skin, healthy hair, healthy nails and teeth, healthy joints, the bones, the tendons, the ligaments, the cartilage that is promoted through taking in that collagen, a healthy gut lining, healthy gut and microbiome, healthy metabolism, helping you to metabolize calories, to maintain muscle mass and burn body fat.
Yep.
Like, these are all the benefits that you can get from just simply having some bone broth a couple times a week, maybe even every day. And so with that, are the supplements beneficial? Yes, absolutely. But again, it's just a habit. Once you go too far and you start having your collagen cereal, I call it, we're going to have collagen cereal. We're going to have collagen cereal.
Collagen yogurt.
Collagen yogurt, yeah.
Yeah.
I call it right now. It's going to happen. But
we should make some sort of profit off of that happening, because it will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, but
just kidding.
Can we bet on that? Can someone
bet
against us so we can make some money here? No, but you're going to see that. Just like there's protein cereals and protein this, protein that. Just like there was multivitamin this, multivitamin that. Mm-hmm. Just like now we're having cereals with probiotic and yogurts with which yogurts do have probiotic, but it's finally being marketed for that now.
Yes. Yes.
Yogurt is a great source of probiotics, but there's obviously more. Kombucha, there's more. Yeah, what's the other one that you like? Kimchi?
Yeah, kimchi. Mm-hmm.
Kimchi, that's right.
It's fermented. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's a hard one to handle for sure.
It is.
But if you can, go, by all means, go for it.
Yeah, that's a very popular Asian dish.
Yeah. So you can get probiotics through natural foods, people. You can get your probiotics through natural foods. You can sure as heck get protein through natural foods. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have protein with your cereal. Or sorry, you don't have to have protein in your cereal. Heck, we don't want you to have cereal at all.
Yeah,
so
it's really not beneficial.
Yeah, just have some bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs. Oh my gosh, eggs! I am falling in love with eggs every single time I have them. Because I made the anecdotal discovery that eggs help me to become stronger.
Yes.
I learned this way back in college when I went on. Do you remember that I would have a full plate? This is back in college, when we had a all-you-can-eat college cafeteria. Sprees of food eating.
Yeah.
I would have a entire plate of spinach and hard-boiled eggs.
I do remember.
And I'd like put, what did I put on there? Like ranch or something, or Thousand Island dressing on it, or
something like that. Yeah, something like that.
But it'd be
I think it was ranch,
big old plate of spinach and hard-boiled eggs, and I would just feel like a man after that. Like, I don't know why, but I just feel like a man.
That's the perfect way to say that. Exactly. You're so much. I mean, he walked taller. Let me tell you.
So, and ever since then, I've noticed that every time I kind of take eggs out and then I put them back in, that I feel stronger, I feel better.
He's literally like that every time. Like, every time you spend a period away from eggs, you just fall in love with them all over again. You just love them.
And so I'm in a falling love period again. Falling in love period.
Falling love.
Falling love.
Falling love egg.
Falling in love period again with eggs. Since I've haven't had a lot of time to make them, but now I'm like, oh heck, that's right, I can just microwave them with my meat.
Right.
So I've been having them again, and I feel amazing. And then looking them up, you're going to get another post later on this week about the benefits of whole eggs and the selenium that's in there, the cholesterol that helps you to become stronger, helps your hormone balance, helps with metabolism, helps with satiation, helps with overall body function.
One of the collagen proteins that we tried has eggshell.
Yes.
In it.
There's collagen 1. It's very high. The collagen type 1 is very high in the collagen's eggshell membrane.
Yes.
And the egg white.
Right.
And so when you have egg whites, you're getting that extra boost of collagen, which is amazing. And then the egg yolk has the cholesterol. Like, I'm so in love with eggs. There are just so many good things.
I mean, there's also other routes to go. Like, there's a whole article on the breakdown of these benefits for fish, right? Fish collagen. There's also that. But Adam just loves eggs.
Love them eggs. Yeah, and Jaylene actually had sent me an article about omega-3s because she's always worried about my health. She's always worried about my health. She's always telling me to drink water and do all these crazy things that I don't want to do.
I want him to be a strong old man.
So she sent me an article about omega-3s, and I was like, hey, eggs are high in omega-3s, promoting a healthy heart and cholesterol.
And it's just so funny because I send that article like hoping that he'll see, the fish or like the water. I mean, not that, water has omegas, but just seeing the other benefits. And of course, he's drawn to the eggs.
Oh, yeah. I'll
take it.
Yeah, I mentioned the selenium promotes healthy metabolism and hormones. Choline, I'm going to say choline because it's CHOLINE, and I doubt that it's choline. Choline, promoting healthy liver and brain function. And then obviously eggs happen to be one of those foods that have, I believe, 0 carbohydrates. If I looked at it again, I think it's like 0.1, right?
I want to say it's 0.
It might be 0.
I want to say it's 0.
But near either none or near none, no amount of carbohydrates. So it's just fat and protein, which is a great kind of base for whatever you want to add it to. So it helps with that satiety and weight loss, and helping you to stay low carbohydrate if you really want to.
I kind of want to check that. It's 0 carbs.
So
it's 0.
Great for ketogenic diet. Great for just trying to stay low carb, or great for adding it to anything that already has carbohydrates, like adding it to a rice or a tortilla or whatever. So eggs are awesome. People
eat them.
Marry them.
No. Bask in them.
So,
and they're good for your hair. They're so good for your hair. The funny thing is,
collagen type 1.
I know it's super popular to take better care of your dogs than yourself, but don't. Okay? You need to take care of yourself. It is most popular that you give a dog eggs because it's really good for their fur. Well, there's a reason for that.
Oh, yeah.
It's also good for your fur.
That's right. And if you've noticed that it's good on your pet's fur, you just conducted animal testing. So,
Oh my god.
listen to it and apply it to your own life.
Oh, we're gonna get so much heat for that.
You think so? It's not bad.
I don't know.
Testing doesn't mean bad things,
Doesn't have to mean bad
Doesn't
things.
have to mean bad things.
Yeah.
So, unless you're in school, then it does mean bad things.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, guys, just as a recap, I do want to make sure you all know that even though we do try out these supplements, even though we do, and we might occasionally go to El Pollo Loco,
Yeah.
we do want you to know that you can get a lot of these probiotics, multivitamins, protein, collagen. All of these can be had through actual whole foods, and we just want to make sure we push that on you guys. That Whole Foods is the way to go.
Yeah.
Maybe not the store because it's being taken over by Amazon, but Whole Foods, nevertheless, is the way to go when you're trying to get those nutrients into your body. So make sure you look to that first. Look to bone broth. Look to actual high protein sources. Look to eggs. Look to all those things first before you go buying that Gainer's probiotic
And
multivitamin.
I know
crap.
these are words like whole foods and natural and earthy and things like that are so overly used and things like that. But when we say whole foods and natural foods and organic and things like that, we do mean in its most original form in any way that you can get that.
That's right. Just eat. So do we eat the egg or do we eat the chicken?
Yes.
All right. Before we go, we got to do a workout of the week. Workout of the week. So I've been going first for a while. You should go first this time. I think.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna put some pressure on you right now.
I just started a new phase today, so oh my goodness. Okay, this is actually my first time ever doing this. I have not done it. They're called
the barbell.
21s.
21s?
21s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Barbell 21s. Barbell curl 21s.
Yeah. Holy cow.
21s
Like,
are
just wow.
21s are when you take a exercise and there's a full range of motion with most exercises, and with the 21s they're usually referring to barbell curls for the biceps. And so for 21s you start at the bottom and you go halfway up in the range of motion, just halfway up, and that's 1. And then you go back down, and then halfway up again, that's 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and you go all the way to 7, and then you stop right there through the halfway point, and then you go up to the full squeeze, and that's 1, and then you go down, not all the way down, just to the halfway point.
Yes, just like wow, my biceps were on fire.
Mm-hmm.
But it was amazing because I don't think I've felt the pump in that way before.
You have not felt the bump.
No, not in that way. Mm-mm.
The bump is real.
The bump is so real. Yeah, I haven't felt my muscles ignited in that way.
Mm-hmm.
At least in a while. I shouldn't say ever, just in a while.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice. It was really challenging, and I felt so like high off of doing it. I was like, I have to finish. Like I can't stop. I have to finish. So
that was awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome to hear.
It was really cool. I like it.
The bump. For mine, I got to mention 2 things. One was that with all of my injuries going on, it's been hard for me to really train for a Spartan race.
Yeah.
And I've set in motion that I need to do this Spartan race on May 20th. The one in Big Bear, the Big Bear Sprint. Mm-hmm. And so my training needs to be leaning towards that in these last 3 weeks, last 2 weeks actually, leading into this next race. And so I just had my first like Spartan race-like training session since I fractured my toe, and since I damaged my shoulder. So I ran a fifth of a mile at a 6-minute mile pace on the treadmill, stepped off, and put a 75-pound bag over my shoulders, went back on the treadmill and did a 10-minute mile pace running another fifth of a mile, put that bag down, did another 6-minute mile pace for the 1/5 of a mile, and then I went up onto the monkey bars that we have and went there and back on the monkey bars. If you visit our Instagram, you can go ahead and see that in action.
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of fun. Went back down and just kind of traded off between those three things for a good 30 to 45 minutes, and it felt so good. It felt amazing. I was really happy with doing that and not feeling any pain. I would love to hide this from you guys, but I feel like I'd not be telling you the full story here. My wrist started acting up about a week ago, and I just found out a couple days ago that it's a ganglion cyst, probably mixed with a little bit of overuse from just rock climbing and doing a lot of body weight stuff and weightlifting stuff. So the overuse irritation probably gave birth to the ganglion cyst in my wrist, and so my range of motion is horrible. I'm feeling pain. But I can still hang. I can still do hanging exercises. So I'm still modifying a lot of my workouts to be able to still keep the inflammation down, keep the wrist getting better without causing any damage. But so that's been another struggle of mine. So healing fractured toe, healing shoulder, and now a healing wrist all at the same time. I'm just a walking mess right now.
Hot mess. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's that. But I do have to say that there's one exercise that, for whatever reason, I've just never done, and Jaylene and I have both started doing it, and that is a barbell hip thrust.
Yeah.
This just is an exercise I've never really tapped into doing for me or my clients, and I, shout out to Dynamic Danny, because he's been posting a lot of his hip thrusts. Probably more than I'm comfortable saying, and this guy's just a monster and a beast, and he's kind of influenced me to apply it a little bit more in my own training and even in my clients' training. Yeah. And I gotta say, I'm falling in love with this exercise. It's a great way to isolate that glute and hip activation without any pain onto the lower back and without any worry about it pulling down on the body, because all you're using basically is just your legs and your hips. So that's been a lot of fun to play with and to use and to see the benefits of. It's dangerous because my glutes are not the weakest part of my body, let's just say.
No, I totally agree that it has been beneficial. I've also introduced my clients to it, and it's brought out some imbalances that we hadn't recognized before.
Yes, because when you raise up your hips, you're going to see if one side comes up higher than the other. So this exercise is a great way to point out imbalances in them butt cheeks.
Absolutely.
So we encourage you guys to try it out and to play with that. But we're excited for how that's been affecting us and been affecting our clients. So thank you, Dynamic Daddy. You're awesome.
Thank you.
If you want to see his episode, I don't remember which episode it was, but that's Danny Matrenga. And you can see his episode from earlier on in our podcast. That was an amazing episode that we did with him. Guys, we're excited for these next couple of episodes that we're going to be doing leading up to the end of May and the beginning of June, the end of the school year, starting out the summer. When I met you in the summer. Yeah. So tune in for those episodes. If you're not subscribed to our podcast, ACT Fitness Radio, then be sure that you subscribe. Yes, shame on you. Shame on you for listening to this episode and not subscribing to the rest. And even more shame on you who have not given us a 5-star rating and review. What's wrong with you? But yeah, we would greatly appreciate it if you'd hop on that iTunes review and give us a 5-star rating and review. Helps other people find our podcast and gain this awesome information that we're trying to put out for you guys. If you haven't visited our website, go to www.actfitnessacademy.com and check out the fun stuff over there. And we're posting a lot of fun stuff. We haven't in the last few days just because life. Yeah. But we're posting a lot of fun stuff on our Instagram at ACT Fitness Academy. So be sure to check that out.
Check it.
We're out, you guys. See you in the next episode.